Hello everyone, and welcome to a real hodgepodge of a video, because there's a whole bunch of just small tiny little things I want to talk about, and they're all being just mixed into one video, or else you'd have like half a dozen 2-minute long videos. So basically what I'm going to talk about in this is, the first half is mostly going to be dedicated to the recent Inside the Vault and some Fallout 76 news sort of stuff, and then the second half is going to kind of be talking about a recent video of mine, which was my Fallout 76 Purveyor Mystery Pick Rewards video, because that had an interesting reception, let's say. So I'm going to go over that after the news stuff. The news stuff starts with the Inside the Vault article, because we got a new one. It will be posted in the description along with some other links, because there's multiple things to cite here, and always cite your sources, people. It's good to help follow up with stuff. But yeah, there's a new Inside the Vault, and the biggest thing comes at the start, really, which is the Fallout 76 panels at Bethesda Game Days. Yes, I did say that right, I thought I was saying it wrong. Yes, Bethesda Game Days, there's going to be a panel about Fallout 76. Bethesda Game Days is next weekend, so February 28th to 29th, which is Friday and Saturday, and there's going to be a Wastelanders preview panel. So it's going to be members of the Fallout 76 dev team who will be on stage at 2 PM Eastern Time on Friday, February 28th. That's 2 PM Eastern Time, Friday, February 28th. And they're going to show off some of the Wastelanders gameplay and talk about just the whole content that's coming. I will, of course, end up making a video going over it all, but if you want to watch it live, then you can just head to their, just make sure you're subscribed to their YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure they're going to have it on their YouTube channel. I just want to check. Yep, if you can't make it to Boston, be sure to tune in on your platform of choice: Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Wow. Very fair. I'm going to be watching it on YouTube, most likely. But yeah, there'll be a Bethesda Game Days 2020 will be streamed. If you're in my Discord server, I'll probably link to it when it goes live as well, and I'm sure people will be discussing it in there, because things tend to get a little bit busy when that's happening. But yeah, we've got the Game Days panel to look forward to, where we'll get to see a bit of Wastelanders, and it'll be something we can report on. I'm personally most looking forward to actually having some more Wastelanders footage to just be able to use, because this video might include some background footage of the old trailer, if I've still got that, because I have very little footage nowadays. Now, something else they made space for in this article was talking about Chad, a Fallout 76 story, which is a podcast, which I only learned about from this article, because it's not, like, huge, but it's quite a cool concept. And because it's quite a cool concept, they're having it on stage live. So Saturday at 3:30 PM Eastern Time, they're going to have Chad, a Fallout 76 podcast, on the stage to bring you an audio adventure live. I'll be interested to see how it all goes. I, just before recording this, looked at the episode they've got linked, which will also be linked in the description if you want to take a look at it. And yeah, it's got a decent production quality and stuff, so I am at least hopeful that this isn't just them getting some random person and it just being like, on stage, which is exactly what I would be like if I was ever up on a big stage. So hopefully this will go smoothly and brings more people into their podcast, which seems like it's decent. It's not for me, to be honest, don't think. Not something I'd really get fully into listening to, because it is just a bit extended for me, but it is cool, and I highly recommend you all check it out. So that is in the description below, and there'll be a, that'll be in the Bethesda Game Days panel on Saturday as well. So yeah, that's going to be all good. Next thing, patch 17.5 is coming to Fallout 76, and before you get excited, it's not going to change anything. That's literally it. It's, the actual quote we've got here is, "We are still heavily focused on making Wastelands the best it can be, and so this patch is going to be slimmer than usual, a lot like our update in mid-January." Do you remember what changed in mid-January? I don't, because I'm not sure anything really changed. Yeah, it's just behind-the-scenes work to make things ready for Wastelanders, so maybe an Easter egg or two, like the whole, Treasure of Appalachia, maybe, and then just stability and bug fixes. So hopefully this will address some exploits, because I know in our Survivalist put up a video just the other day talking about kind of the state of the game and worries about the future, so fingers crossed it's just going to be a bit of fixing house and all that good stuff. something that is actually happening is a double XP weekend starting on February 27th up until March 2nd. So from Thursday until the following Monday, February's got so few days, 12 PM Eastern Time till 12 PM Eastern Time, double XP. So that's Adventure Mode, Nuclear Winter or a Private World. Bonus XP, that's just kind of nice. I'm not sure how many of us are still really grinding levels at all. I mean, even on my secondary characters, I'm not that concerned about it. And the Scavenger just got up to a point where she's, like, fine, and probably going to have the final episode next week, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, there's a bit of double XP for anyone who wants to maybe start up a new character for Wastelanders or anything like that. That'll be good to have. Now, there was one thing I'd been hoping for with the lack of content actually coming to the game. I thought to myself when I first read that, oh, at least we'll have like Fasnacht or something just before Wastelander shows up, so there's a bit of content. Because online I'm seeing everyone complain about the content drought, and then, after thinking that, like the very next day, or I think even just the end of the day or whatever, Bethesda Game Studios have basically confirmed that it's being pushed till later. And there was a post on Reddit inside the Vault Feb 2020, which was done, and Rio Maki posted, "It's curious to me that Fasnacht has yet to be mentioned," and Bethesda Game Studios replied, "We're definitely planning to bring it back this year. We've seen how much excitement, yada yada yada. The shift of Wastelander's release into 2020 also meant that we had to move these changes around. As a result, Fasnacht is going to be available later than it was last year, but it should be a more enjoyable experience when it returns." So yeah, it's probably not coming out till after Wastelanders. So there is probably going to be absolutely nothing new to do in Fallout 76 until Wastelanders shows up. That just appears to be how it's going to be. I am hoping, at least with them saying it's going to be like more enjoyable than last year, that they'll have sorted out the RNG. I know I made a video called the 1% rule. That was just me harping on about how if they just had that mask be like 1% chance to get them, then they still could be rare. It's a whole thing. But yeah, that occurred. There was also a post by Valseek on the community forums echoing the exact same thing. So no Fasnacht for a while. And that is it for news, I'm afraid. Not tons of good stuff, but good to keep you all informed. Now I'm going to talk about the mystery pick video, and if you haven't already, feel free to watch it. I will provide necessary context, but it's basically a video of me just opening 24 mystery picks from the Purveyor. That's it. I expected this video to maybe hit 1,000 views, and it's steadily doing more and more than that. I posted it like 4 days ago from time of recording, and it's at like 6,500 views, and has been pretty steady. So, I don't know why it was so popular. Turns out people like opening of loot boxes, especially when you get lucky, so lucky that we'll get onto it. So the first thing I want to briefly talk about is the bolstering scandal, where there were a lot of people in the comments that weren't particularly happy with me not being a fan of the bolstering items I got. In fact, one of them I referred to as garbage, which was, you're going to get all angry now, apologise people, but yeah, I got a bolstering leather left leg, which had +1 luck and the Sentinel's effect, so 75% chance to reduce damage by 15% while standing still. Just before I got that item, I'd rolled a Raiders piece, where I explained that I just wanted like a weight reduction thing on a good piece of armour. Like a good base model piece of armour. And then immediately after I rolled the bolstering leather, I hesitate for a second, and I do kind of go, and then I break down the effects and I'm like, yeah, I don't need any of them, it's garbage. Now, to be fair, I didn't realise how popular bolstering Sentinels was. And looking at it now, I'm just like, that's an alright piece, but I don't think it's any god roll. But there's a lot of people who apparently are just want bolstering Sentinels. Really want bolstering Sentinels. And some people who even defend +1 luck as being god tier or something crazy. But yeah, for me, it wasn't helpful because I rely on weight reduction perks. So, just to clarify, when I said that piece was garbage in that video, that was mostly just because, to me, it is worthless. It was a basic leather piece with just effects that don't help me in any way. So apologies to everyone who got ticked off by it. I'm trying not to laugh. But yeah, that caused quite a stir. Also, pro tip to everyone out there, if you want to sell some legendaries that you don't want, just call them garbage pieces online and you will get a lot of offers for them. For anyone wondering, I sold them to one of my patrons, so sold them nice and cheap as well, 500 caps per. Yeah, I just basically wanted to get rid of them. But yeah, if you want to sell stuff, say it's trash, people will buy it straight away. But more than anything, honestly, that amused me a bit. I was somewhat ignorant of how popular they were. I still don't understand why they're quite as popular as they are. I guess it's like the bloodied serendipity kind of build where people just stand still and try and take as little damage as possible. But personally, for me, that's not at all how I play. I don't enjoy that kind of play style. But something I do enjoy is using the Fixer, a great gun which came about with the whole Sheep Squatch updates and whatever, and I managed to roll not one, but 2 legendary versions from the Purveyor, which I was so happy about, and which some people accused me of hacking because I got them. And I want to clear up, first off, I'm not a hacker. That's standard. I feel that anyone who's stuck around here for a while knows that, but it's worth it just to clarify. I'm not a hacker. I condemn? Yes, I always have to make sure I say condemn rather than commend. 2 similar sounding words, bad things. Hacking is bad. That's what I've got to say on the subject. Do not hack in this game. I don't like hacks, glitches, exploits, mods, anything like that. Anything that manipulates the game in any way, I am not a fan of and think nobody should do. I am very actually harsh in that in my own personal opinions, even though I'm not one of these people who's constantly making controversial videos about the subject. So, just to get that cleared up and out of the way, but yes, I did roll 2 fixers. The only 2 fixers I've ever rolled from the Purveyor were in this video, where I also had 22 other rolls, because I spent all of my script during the entire event to get this. But yeah, I had, first off was an Assassin's Fixer, which I actually have for sale in my new camp, for anyone who happens to stumble across that on PC, which, you know, it was alright. I'm actually checking on the video now to see what the effects were. I can't find it. Here we go. It was Assassin's Fixer 3-star with extra limb damage and +1 agility, so not great, to be honest. For a PvP player, maybe, but I hate PvP in adventure mode. I think it's garbage. That's what Nuclear Winter's for. Hey, I said garbage again. More people are going to be angry in the comments. But yeah, I got that fixer. I was like, oh, okay, I'll settle for this. Because at the very start of the video, I'd wanted, or mentioned that I wanted a good freestyle fixer. And then, for my final roll, my final mystery pick, I managed to get a Furious Fixer with extra damage from VATS criticals and faster movement speed while aiming, which is really great. I've been using it. There's a video coming out on Monday where you actually see a bit of me using it. It's a great weapon. I was so happy with the roll. You hear it in the video. I also want to point out that video was not like edited to shift around the order I got things. That was legitimately my final pick. I had someone questioning that, and I fully understand why. That was save the best till last, which I did, not intentionally though. That was literally my final pick. You'll notice if you notice how the script all works out, you can pay attention to it and confirm that for yourselves. But yeah, I got really lucky with Final Furious Fixer, but some people don't kind of believe it for one reason or another. One thing that did get mentioned in the comments, which might be why some people don't believe that I actually got a fixer from the Purveyor and that I'm hacking and cheating and I'm scum of the earth, is that apparently you need to have learnt or read the plan for the fixer. So you need to be able to craft your own fixers before you can get them from the Purveyor. Now, I can't confirm or deny if that's true or not, because Legendary System is so random that even if I went on a character that hasn't crafted the Purveyor or learnt the fixer before, and went to the Purveyor and spent like all of my script on 3-star legendary range weapons, I'd still have an incredibly low chance of getting a fixer. Just because the RNG in this game is horrible, because it's natural, normal RNG that you expect, where everything seems to be the exact same possibility, as far as I can tell. Which is why there's such random rolls out here, and why I also got like an Assassin Sledgehammer and a Furious Fixer in the same video. Because it's random, I don't like that. I made a video complaining about it called The Legendary System is Broken, Here's How to Fix It. Go watch that if you want all of my thoughts on the legendary system and want to get kind of a rough idea on why you're not getting the legendaries you want, because I break down the numbers there. The numbers are now outdated, but outdated in a way where I don't know if they're higher or lower, or better or worse. But anyway, yeah, if you want to get a Furious Fixer from the Purveyor, you have to get insanely lucky with RNG, and apparently also need to know how to craft it by learning the plan by doing the encrypted event. So, just some information for you all, take it or leave it. Hopefully that clears a few things up though, and yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised that my mystery pick video did so well. It's honestly a bit bittersweet because I spent like maybe 2 hours on that video, which is an incredibly short amount of time. Like, it's about as much time as I'll probably spend on this video. No, I'll probably spend like 3 or 4 hours on this video. So comparatively, it's just weird. Anyhow, that's it. Just a bit of upkeep on the whole 76 front. Do let me know if you'd like to see me cover anything else, like, particular before Wastelanders comes out, because obviously come April 7th, I'll just be Wastelanders non-stop. As always though, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with 76 stuff, and leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll be interested to see what people have to say about this video. As always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.